Welcome back to Smokescreen Cinema Reviews, where we help you see through the smoke. Today we're diving into Jurassic World Rebirth, the latest chapter in the Dino saga that promises to evolve the franchise. Again, but is it a true rebirth or just recycled bones? Let's break it down. Jurassic World Rebirth comes 3 years after Dominion, and Universal clearly wanted a reset button. New director, new tone, new characters, and surprisingly, a new kind of story. This isn't just another dinosaur escape flick. This one has more of a survival thriller feel, almost post-apocalyptic in parts. They have shifted the focus from global chaos back to a more grounded threat. We're following a small group of characters trying to survive in a world that's already adapted to dinosaurs living alongside humans. It's less about spectacle, more about atmosphere. With a whole new cast, we're given very little information about the characters that it feels like we're on the outside of an inside joke. The film seemed like it couldn't make up its mind on who was supposed to be the main lead and who was the supporting cast, since roles flip-flopped through the whole movie. We also left the main characters for a long time to follow a story of a dad taking his 2 daughters and his oldest daughter's boyfriend directly into the quarantine zone, which in the movie the whole world was aware of it being a forbidden zone due to risk of danger. When things went sour for him, his excuse was that he's traveled that path before with his daughters. Kinda ridiculous. Visually, Rebirth is stunning. There's a gritty, almost horror-tinged atmosphere to some of the set pieces. Gone are the polished theme parks. Now it's overgrown cities, abandoned outposts, and nightmarish jungle sequences. The dinosaurs? Best they've looked since Jurassic Park '93. A perfect blend of practical effects and CGI. You feel their weight and presence again. Story-wise, Rebirth doesn't reinvent the wheel. It does, however, shift gears. There's a lot of commentary on coexistence, adaptation, and what it means to rebuild in the shadow of past mistakes. The second act gets a little muddy, and there are a few decisions by characters that scream plot armor. So where does Jurassic World Rebirth land on the food chain? It's not the best of the franchise. It ditches the overstuffed chaos and brings us back to what made the original work: suspense, wonder, and survival. Except that it was poorly done, and as a result, it didn't work. The plot doesn't make much sense either. Towards the end, a character seemed like they were sacrificing their own life to let the rest live. Then we see the dinosaur going after him, and he is trapped in a dead end. A few moments later, the dinosaur is pestering everyone else again. Why did we not see how he escaped? Instead, we just see a flare gun being shot off, and he is in the water swimming towards the getaway boat. Not only that, but I've got another beef with the movie. We didn't get to see how making the medical breakthrough available for everyone ended up affecting the world. By this point in the movie, we were over 2 hours in, and adding this extra few minutes would have provided closure and could have built up more hype for a sequel with some sort of actual villain stepping into the scene. I'd give it an average score, a 6 out of 10. If you're a longtime fan, by the end of the movie you may have wished the movie theater just showed you the original Jurassic Park. The scenery and dinosaur CGI shined while the execution of the story and character development sunk. Compared to Dominion, which grossed $145 million on the opening weekend, Rebirth only grossed $92 million. The moral of the movie was, do not go to islands inhabited by dinosaurs, as if we didn't already know that. Thanks for watching Smokescreen Cinema Reviews, where we help you see through the smoke. What did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around for more movie reviews and prep. Until next time.